Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen any of my videos, hello, it's so nice to meet you. My name is Eunice Tan, aka Miss Little, because I love focusing on the little things to make a big change on this channel, taking life a little step at a time and being gracious to ourselves. I'm a 19-year-old university student majoring in creative writing and minoring in journalism. Today I am so excited for this video because I am crazy about writing, as is obvious, and I am so excited to try this new sort of experiment with my writing, and this involves my writing schedule. So normally what I have started to adopt is waking up early in the morning, about like 6 a.m, and then going to a coffee shop on my campus and working out my writing, because I'm currently working on a novel, which is very much a passion project and I love it so much. Today I'm outside Starbucks because I am intentionally going to somewhere which is going to be a good writing space for me, away from distractions, to try this new experiment, which basically recently I have been doing the sort of like consistent writing technique. Like every morning I'll write, and I don't really have like a set word count goal. I'm just like, okay, you know, I have like 1.5 hours this morning before I have to go to classes and do my work, and I'm just gonna like write as much as I can in that time, and that's great. But one thing that I've noticed about my personal writing pattern is that it takes me a while to get into the role of things. That I sort of take like about an hour to get into the writing mood, and then by the time I get into it, there are only so many words that I cranked out. And so right now it is the tail end of Thanksgiving break. It is Saturday. We love Saturdays. And because it's been Thanksgiving break, I've been able to spend more time than I usually can on writing. And I discovered while I was doing it, which like, I think this is a fact I already knew, but it became clearer to me that like, oh, you know, once I get into the role of things, like after maybe about an hour's time, yeah, it takes me a while, I'm like, oh, I'm writing, I'm cranking out those words, but it's always by the time that I get into the role of things, I have to stop writing. And that's sort of frustrating. So I was on YouTube this morning and I came across this video by a YouTuber called Kaylin, called How to Write 10,000 Words a Day, and I'll link the video down in the description if you want to check it out. I recommend that you do if it's something that you're interested in. We're all different. Maybe you won't be interested in it, that's fine. But then when I watched the video, she basically talked about how it works better for her to like do a long writing marathon. Like for her, that's like writing 10,000 words a day. I am not gonna attempt to do that today, not quite yet. I will like to try in the future over this winter break. But basically cranking out all the words in one long session, and then taking a rest from writing for a few days. And I've realized that after I write for a long time, I really want to take a break from it. So I'm deciding to try that out. Today I'm just gonna do a mini version of it. So instead of doing 10,000 words a day, which takes like about 14 hours, I'm just going to try and start with 5 hours of focusing on writing in Starbucks and not doing anything else. So that's what I'm gonna do once I stop talking to you here. And I will just use this vlog to talk it out with you, see how things go. Feel free to follow along with me. One really important thing that I just want to share is that writing is a very individualized, specialized practice. It's something that you need to learn through experimentation. You need to experiment, try different things, and there is a lot of contradicting writing advice out there, but there's always going to be writing advice that works for you and probably won't work for another person. So you just need to, you know, through trial and error, try to find what works for you. And so that's what I'm trying to do today. This is an experiment, and an experiment that I'm very excited about. So I have Earl Grey tea here, and right now I'm gonna go back inside and we're going to start the clock. Right now it's like almost 1 p.m. so I'm gonna aim to stop this writing marathon at 6 p.m. and of course little breaks here and there is totally fine. I need to use the bathroom and, you know, do necessary stuff, like moving around a bit. But for the most part, it's just gonna be writing for these 5 hours. So let's go. I cheer you on, friend, if you're trying to do this too. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. I need the encouragement. Yes, and I'll check in with you later. See ya! I just wrote 1,582 words in this session, and I finished chapter 8. Just this week, I have written 5 chapters. I'm so proud of myself. Currently, this is my word count at about 17,917. My aim is about 80,000 words, so I'm making headway, guys. I think I'm like over the 1/5 mark. And I just wanted to show you, this is how I format my Google Doc. The first page is the table of contents, and I write out the number of planned chapters here, and next to them I write the number of words, just so that I can keep track of it and make sure that I stay within my goal count. That's about like 80,000, and not go over it too much, and estimate like to stay around, you know, these ranges for chapters. And then I link the links to bookmarks so that I can just click on that, and then I'm just brought to chapter 1 immediately. Yeah. It is 7 p.m. and I have written 3,583 words. So proud of myself. I finished both chapter 8 and chapter 9. And as a reward, my boyfriend is... What is the reward?
We're gonna eat buffet.
He's bringing me to a hibachi buffet. I feel so motivated and rewarded right now. Man, I worked so hard and my shoulders hurt, but it's been so great, and I love the chapters that I wrote, and I'm so proud of myself and also of my boyfriend, who has been really hard at work coding right in front of me while I did this. It's very motivating to have a partner who works hard along with you.
Absolutely, you motivate me as well.
Aw, thank you. Okay, let's go and eat hibachi as a reward now. Yay! Hi! I am back from our hibachi dinner, and it was awesome. And at the end of this writing day, I just really wanted to share with you something on my heart. That after a writing sprint, it is easy to quickly move on to the next and be like, okay, I got this, so I'm gonna produce more. And that's awesome. But also, I just wanted to tell you, share with you the value of taking a pause and replenishing your creative well before you move on to that next sprint. This takes the form of taking breaks, you know, scattered throughout a marathon, even in just one day. This also takes the form of, like, after the marathon, maybe taking a day or more off, or that very night itself, like I am about to do right now, that very night itself, do something leisurely, like watching a K-drama and painting or reading or just painting your nails or something like that, you know? And verbally voice to yourself how proud you are of yourself and how amazed you are at what you've done. I know that sounds really unnatural. It still sounds unnatural to me. But especially as a creator, after you've literally poured out your soul into a piece of work, you need to acknowledge that and give yourself credit where it is due. And just tell yourself, wow, Eunice, you did it. You're amazing. And you're writing today, like, good job today. You wrote 2 whole chapters today. Wow. You wrote more than you've written in a long while. And just in this week itself, Eunice, you've written 6.5 chapters so far. Wow. And you didn't even write every day. You only wrote in sprints on 4 days out of the 7 days in the week, and you've written 6.5 chapters. You know, telling yourself, like praising yourself for the specific things, because that really serves as motivation that fuels us as creators. Because I think there are millions of videos out there on YouTube of creators talking about how they reach burnt out, and they're all trying to sort through burnout. And that's because we are all failing to replenish our creative wells and recognize when and where we need to stop and take a break. So I'm here to be your wake-up call. Take the break. Take the time, which may be a few days or more, or maybe a few weeks, to replenish your creative well, to just not stress out about your novel, maybe stay away from it, to take a break away from it. And then when you feel, that feeling surging in your soul, like, oh, I need to get back to it, I'm ready for another marathon, then do it. And then repeat the process again of replenishing and then pouring out. Replenishing and then pouring out. You got this. I truly, truly, truly believe in you. I may not even know who you are, but if you're trying to chase your dreams of being a creator, whether that's writing or any other artistic form, my heart is for you, and I want you to have the best experience of replenishing and pouring out, both in tandem. You got this, and let's keep going at this writing sprint experience. Yes, I will continue updating on this channel about how that goes, and I just want to encourage you to find out what your unique writing style is, your unique writing type. Do you work better with 1 hour every day, or 5 hours one day and then taking a break for a couple of days and then going back at it? Take some time to evaluate that and maybe try both. For me, I'm an all-in person, so this worked really well for me today. Well, I'll see you next time. Click the subscribe button down below if you want to join my little family here, where we focus on the little things to make a big change. Yes, and if you click the like button too, that'll make me so happy. It will truly make my day. And I'll see you around next time. Until next time, just remember to always take everything a little step at a time. And you are amazing.